Mr. President, as chairman of the Veterans Affairs Committee of the United States Senate, I'm proud to be joined by other members of the committee for a colloquy and a report to the American people on the progress we're making to hold the VA accountable for our veterans and for the taxpayers. As all will remember, Phoenix, Arizona had a terrible tragedy at the VA hospital in Phoenix last year. Because of missed appointments, erased records, consults that were removed, veterans waiting for services never got them, and in 3 cases they died. That was malfeasance in office and brought a great scandal to the VA. In January, when our committee took hold, we decided to go to the Justice Department and the Inspector General and say, go into the VA, investigate these incidents that have taken place, and if we find criminal wrongdoing or civil wrongdoing, we should prosecute these people to make sure it doesn't happen again. Now, I'm never happy when anybody's indicted. But I was satisfied that last Friday, the first indictment came down from the Justice Department against a VA employee, unfortunately in my state of Georgia at the VA hospital in Augusta, for 50 counts of falsifying medical records, the result of which ended up benefiting the employee and hurting veterans. Now, I promise the American people and the members of the Senate that's not going to be the last indictment. We're going to see to it that people are held accountable for their actions and when they do what is right morally, what is right legally. We owe nothing less and we owe nothing more to our veterans than that type of treatment. Yesterday, the VA committee met in the Senate and we approved 2 great bills on our effort to bring about greater accountability. One of those bills was the Rubio-Johnson bill, which allows the firing and the holding of accountability of VA employees for malfeasance and misconduct in office for cause. As many people know, the VA oftentimes in disciplining people just moves them to another job at the same pay, but they can't move them out of the system. So the accountability system never takes place. There's no sense of accountability, and veterans are not well served. Thanks to the Rubio-Johnson bill, people who, for cause, are terminated will have a brief hearing and a chance to justify their case, and if their case is not justified, they will be removed from the Veterans Administration Health Services Agency and they will be fired. That's the type of accountability every American who's employed in their job at home has. We think it's the same accountability every veterans employee ought to have at the VA. After that, we passed the Cassidy-Ayotte bill, a bill that I was really proud of because Senator Cassidy and Senator Ayotte said the following: you know, it's just not right for somebody who's not doing their job to get a bonus. As many people know, bonuses were paid in the VA last year to employees that were in fact being reprimanded for misconduct and bad behavior. You cannot take away a benefit retroactively, and this bill does not do that. But it says to the VA prospectively, rewards cannot be earned and bonuses cannot be earned for those who are not conducting their job in the way they should. These are the type of accountability measures the people of the United States expect. As chairman of the committee, I always want to brag about the good things our VA employees do, and they do a lot of good things. For every one scandal you hear about, there are hundreds of thousands of benefits veterans are receiving because of good, loyal employees. But the best employees in the world are brought down a notch when those who are not good are allowed to continue to stay on the job even if they're not performing, or get bonuses when they're not performing. I'm so proud of the Cassidy-Ayotte bill and the Johnson-Rubio bill, which say to the American people, we're going to have accountability, we're going to pay bonuses for good behavior, not for bad behavior, and if somebody doesn't do their job, they'll be held accountable and they'll lose their job if they're fired for cause and that cause is justified. That's what the American people expect of the Senate. That's what they expect of our committee, and I'm proud to report to the Senate today that started. I'm also proud to yield to the senator from Louisiana, Senator Cassidy, a physician, a doctor, and one who understands health services, and one who brought one of these accountability issues to the committee yesterday. Senator Cassidy.